presenting today for the real talk. We're going to give you real talk today.
And you know I give it to you real.
Yes, she does, and you know it. We're all about women here, and Vivian is doing her thing.
I'm trying.
Yeah, she is. Don't let her fool you. She is a woman of multiple talents. And one of those hidden talents is, I didn't know, she's a nurse.
A nurse? You know what? You must have read that magazine. That magazine done lied to everybody. They lied to a nurse.
Oh my God,
I wish I was a nurse.
I was ready to say it's okay for me to pass out in this heat because if anything, she could help me and resuscitate me. Now I'm in trouble.
Girl, I'm no nurse. But I seen a magazine had put that I was a nurse, and I'm not nobody's nurse. I did not go to school for that. Applause to everybody who
does that thing.
Who does that, because y'all get paid a lot of money. And if I was a nurse, I wouldn't be sitting here. I'd be on a shift somewhere in a hospital.
How people just be making up stories like that?
I don't know. Somebody took that and just ran with it. I was an administrative assistant in a hospital setting.
So they took that and just ran with it.
They just took that and ran, but I'm nobody's nurse.
Oh my goodness. So everybody knows that she was for sure on the Gossip Game. We all see it. We can't make that up. Y'all can't report anything else. She was on the show. So tell us, how was it to be on the show, on the Gossip Game?
The show, it was fun. It was different. You know, I made a lot of good friends. I made a lot of good enemies.
We're gonna talk about that.
It was definitely an experience.
Okay.
An experience.
I know you and Ms.Drama started out cool. What happened?
That was before the cameras rolled.
Right. I heard that you guys was cool. So what happened?
We were cool in a sense. Let me say this, because a lot of people think when I said we were cool, like we were hanging out. That ain't the case. Cool in the sense that if I saw her at an event, I would say hi to her. She would say hi to me. It was no animosity or anything like that. I never chilled with the girl.
Right.
She wasn't my friend or nothing. You know, we were just cool and cordial. However, when the cameras started rolling for the show, I just felt like she was putting on this big front, because as many a times as I've seen her in my lifetime, I've never seen her turn that way up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was turned up. I don't know if that was
the way up.
because she was looking for attention and trying to make a name for herself, but she was out.
She was very much so out there. You know, at one point, I didn't know if I had gotten the memo. I'm like, should I be acting? Like, I didn't know. Because
do you think she was putting on an act?
Absolutely. No, that's not her personality.
Okay.
That's what y'all see for the cameras. And I'm sure anytime a camera's rolling in front of her, that's how she's gonna act. But that's not how she is. She's socially awkward, really.
Ms.Drama, you don't need to do all that. Okay? Be you. I mean, be who you are. Listen, I love my girl Vivian right here, and she kept it real all season long.
I tried anyway.
Right?
Even as ugly as it was, as good as it was, I tried to keep it all the way
real. That's what I'm bring up. What's up with Steph Lover? Why she felt like she had to disrespect and come out of her mouth?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know what made her go there. All I can say is that my cousin Star is a shock jock. That's his job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you should expect for him to say something crazy at some point to get a reaction out of you. Otherwise, if he doesn't do that, he's not doing his job. And I think that she took what he said and just got caught up in her emotions and said what she said.
How did you feel about her bringing you up in that whole conversation?
I still don't.
It just wasn't
I don't know
necessary.
how he don't be caring.
Right. I just felt it was so unnecessary. If you have a beef with somebody, it should be between me and you.
Right. And I agree.
It had nothing to do with when you bring kids into it. I think you hit a whole nother level. Like it's just another level.
Well, I feel like since she probably feels like my mom called her lesbian or whatever that was, she probably feel like let me in the low blow too. So I mean, like I guess I empathize with her,
but that's not low. Then she should have said something about your mom if she wanted to get back. She should have talked about your mom. She shouldn't bring you into it. You ain't had nothing to do with it.
She technically didn't bring me into it, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day.
You think your mom should have got upset the way she did?
No.
I guess that's a mommy thing.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think you have to be a mother
right,
to understand where I was coming from. If you don't have kids, or if you're a kid and you know, you're not going to understand.
Exactly. Okay, so how do you think you would react if it was your child and somebody was talking about your child? Would you have reacted differently, or would you handle it?
I don't know. It depends.
As crazy as you are.
No, I could be crazy, but it's just, I don't know. Not for the cameras, at least.
Not for the cameras.
people are gonna remember me by.
So you think she should have handled it off the camera?
Yeah, that was the main idea.
I plead the fifth.
You heard it live. You plead the fifth on this one.
I plead the fifth.
Yes. So how have you handled the situation when it being focused on the transgender and seeing how your mom reacted to the whole change on the show?
Well, it's not like it was new. It's not like, you know, I came out to her on the show. I was already like 5 months on this last one. I'm 10 now, but I don't know. It was needed.
Right.
So gotta thank Steph Lover for that. Clap it up.
So did that help you guys grow together?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's your answer.
What do you think? What do you think?
I mean, I think I took a negative situation and made it into a positive. That's all I can say.
Right. So I mean, it got you guys to talk about the whole situation, and you know, you've grown from it. So
Right.
I think it also helps a lot of parents that are dealing with something similar to talk to their kids in a way where now it's something that we can talk about. Because I think a lot of people, when they talk about it, it's very taboo. They don't want to talk about it. They sweep it under the rug. They don't want to deal with it. And I think it was good that you guys addressed it on the show. And especially with our magazine, we have a big lesbian gay community, and our writer talks about different things. And I think it's good that we address it, you know, on a serious level. That, you know, you should be able to be free to be who you are.
That's
I mean,
right,
I
buddy.
can
Right?
nonetheless, whether she
Yeah.
says something or she did, I'm gonna still do what I'm gonna do.
Right,
Just
absolutely.
respect the life.
But you know, you ain't a mommy, so we handle things on a whole nother level.
Exactly.
Right? So, what brings us to the next thing? Why did they cancel the Gossip Girl?
I don't know why they can't. Can I just be honest? A lot of people are saying, oh, the show was boring, the show was this, it had low ratings. But contrary to popular belief, our ratings were good.
Right. I thought,
Regardless of how many times they changed our time slot, we still kept those ratings.
yeah.
Why they decided to cancel, I don't know. I personally think it has a lot to do with some politics and some things that are going on behind the scenes that have nothing to do with the cast.
Right.
So I think that's why they decided. I mean, because not for nothing, I love Nicole Murphy, I love Maite Garcia, I love Andrea Kelly, but if VH1 brought Hollywood X's back,
Right.
and you ain't bringing the Gossip Game back,
I love the show, but it had not as much followers as the Gossip Game.
maybe
What
I'm not
happened?
doing the math.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Somebody help me with
VH1,
that
what
math
happened?
problem.
What happened?
Because I don't know the answer
Do
to
you
that.
was everybody down for another season? If they were willing to do it, were they all going to be a part of the next season?
I don't know. I know Angela was kind of up in the air. She wasn't sure. Kim, I know, was down for it. I know Ms.Drama was down for it. Anything to be in front of a camera, she would have been down for. I would have been down for it because, you know, I'm kind of in the same boat as everybody else. Like, you know, but I think they could have done without, you know, ferrets. You know, you can't have, I think they could have done without pit bulls. You can't have wild animals running loose when you know, when you're dealing with humans. But
exactly. That's true. But I think that we should start petition. We're going to have the show back on the air.
well, yes, a lot of people have been hitting me up, you know, because they do want a second season of Gossip Game back. I think if they were to ever bring it back, I'm sure they would revamp it. You know what I'm saying? And add
another crew.
not so much another crew, but I think they would keep a couple of old
cameo.
ones and add some new ones.
Right. I feel you.
You know?
Who would you get rid of?
I would get rid of Ms.Drama. I would get rid of K.Foxx.
You heard it. We're going
And
to talk
even
about
though
it.
she wasn't a cast member, I would have got rid of Steven. Like, why was Steven on the show?
Why? I don't understand that either. I don't.
All right
But
now.
we're going to talk about K.Foxx for a minute. Because I know I interviewed with Angela and I already know how she feels about K.Foxx.
Okay.
So how did you feel about K.Foxx?
I like K.Foxx. She ain't never do nothing to me. She can't never do nothing to me. No, but on a serious note, I thought, you know, when I first met her, you know, we were cool. It was cool, you know, and she felt a kind of way because I had did an interview with Mano. There was a rumor going around that I heard they smashed each other. She said, you know, it wasn't true. I interviewed Mano plead the fifth, you know, but it's a rumor.
Right.
It's something that I heard.
And it's your job.
She could have reported, I heard Viv was sleeping with some. It's a rumor. It's like like when you put yourself in that spotlight, expect for people to talk about you. You're not exempt from being talked about. So my whole intention was to come to K.Foxx and talk to her and get an interview with her. But it just totally went to the left.
So she didn't want to do the interview.
She didn't want to do the interview. You know, she came and they said, oh, she confronted me. Let's just keep it real. She wanted to talk. There's no confronting. We wanted to talk, and I understood her anger. You know, because if I was in her shoes, I would have been like, well, damn, baby, you know, we chilled or whatever. You could at least call me. I didn't have your number. She said that was an excuse. Okay, I get it. I could have called Kim. What woman do? Call the world to get your number to find out about a freaking rumor?
Right.
If I was to call everybody, because I know a lot of people, not just K.Foxx, I know a ton of people that I write rumors about. If I was to sit down and call everybody to find out what their number are just to confirm the rumor, I'd never have a website. I'd never have a story to post.
Exactly.
That's just not realistic. So although I understood her initial anger, what y'all didn't get to see was that I apologized to her. And if she didn't accept that apology, I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass.
Exactly. You gotta keep it moving. I mean, in the industry that you guys are in, it is what it is. The beauty feast. You gotta take one good. You know, It's just a part of it. I'm sure she's done the same thing to a friend before, and it is what it is. You know,
it wasn't meant maliciously.
Right.
You know, but then when she started with, oh, you look like a linebacker, I'm like, girl, you look like a toothpick. You look like Mufasa. Like, I could have, like, it was a back and forth thing.
Right.
You know, and why go there?
Right.
Because I honestly have nothing against her. I think she's a very pretty girl. You know, it's just, I think she's an emotional wreck. I think she takes things too personally, and it shouldn't be like that.
Now, do you think that has anything to do with the reason why she's no longer with Hot 97?
Lord, child. I don't know why she's not with Hot 97, but I mean, come on.
Right.
She works with dweebs. No offense. Call me fat, call me whatever you want to, because that's what people call me. But y'all are dweebs. Hot 97, the morning show, they're dweebs. And I like Cypher Sounds. But Ebro's a dweeb. He's trying to put on this persona. You the programming director, man. You trying to be the star. Peter Rosenberg and Cypher Sounds and K.Foxx was the stars.
Exactly.
How did you jump in the mix?
Exactly.
And who told you that shit was okay? I'm so lost. So it was like, why keep K.Foxx? You know what I'm saying? She was the only girl. Not for nothing. I'm sure she did her job well, but she wasn't as outspoken as I felt she should have been with them two kind of guys.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I only listen to Hot 97 for Flex.
Yeah.
Flex is the only one on Hot 97 popping, and Mr. C.
Angie?
I love Angie, but she's been on there so long, and I love Angie. She represents for the Puerto Ricans and females in hip hop. I love her. No disrespect to Angie, but enough is enough already. You know, I'm only checking for Flex, and I know a lot of people are probably gonna blackball me, but I'm speaking the truth. I'm only checking for Flex and Mr. C at 12 o'clock.
Exactly.
Who else are you listening to?
Nobody.
Otherwise, I'm on Power 105 all
Thank
day,
you.
and it's not
That's
because Angie's my friend. It's because I feel them more.
Exactly.
But don't get me wrong.
The ratings speak for themselves because
Come 7 o'clock, I'm
105.
listening to Flex. I go back and forth between Flex and Clue, but
So true. It's so true. So do you think that Ms.Drama is going to replace her?
absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. That was a rumor, and the only reason why I put that up is because the way allhiphop.com wrote the article,
Right.
they did a lot of creative wordplay. And so it kind of made an insinuation that Drama possibly was up for the position. But Laura Styles actually got the position, not Drama or Jazz Fly.
Wow. Oh, when you hear from our girl, you can get all the gossip. Hip hop.
Gossip site.
That's right.
.com.
So make sure you check it out because she got the scoop on everybody.
I be trying though.
That's right. WMDSF magazine reporting live.